Bring on the game, Chang. I'm going because I gotta have much more. Hold tight. Are you ready for the ride of your life? And now, ladies and gentlemen, promoted by Men Shalom and Boxer and brought to you live on Sky Sports. This is your chief support. Bout of the evening and your Bet-Fred fight of the night. 103-minute rounds for the WBA Continental Gold Super Middleweight Championship. Our supervisor in charge, Carlos Chavez, our area representative, Ian Craig, our timekeeper, Chris Hancock, and our judges at ringside, Howard Foster, Michael Maxuda, and Salvador Salva. And our referee in charge when the bell rings, Michael Alexander. Let's meet the fighters. First, hiding out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands 6'1" in tall. He weighed in at 11 stone, 12 lb. He holds a professional record of 18 victories versus 2 defeats with 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. Introducing Silky Shaman H. And now his opponent standing across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the gold trunks and black trim. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 11 stone, 12 lbs. He holds a perfect undefeated professional record of 20 victories. Opposite no defeats with 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights at Shirley, England. Introducing the former Central Area WBO Global and English Champion and current Commonwealth Silver Super Middleweight Champion Mark Applause. Jeffers. Jeffers in the gold, Hemphill in the black. It should be a good fight there, scheduled for 10 or fewer. WBA ranking belt on the line. Applause. As you can hear in the background, the champer Callum Simpson echoing around Oakwell. You'll be able to hear that in his dressing room, right? Applause now. Tasha Jones joins me, a man of commentary for this one. Tasha for Jeffers. It's frustrating for him. The last year, things haven't happened the way that he would have liked. But you know about that is pro boxing, and you just have to keep the pressure on, keep producing performances. Yeah. And you just have to be ready when the call comes, and you know he looks like he's got himself in great shape. I think everyone was trying to keep up with him on the walkway, the cameraman, the security. I hope he brings that energy into the ring. Applause. Well-timed right hand there from Jeffers, just cannoned into the side of Hemphill's head. But Hemphill looks every inch what he is, a very experienced fighter. You can see how composed and relaxed he is in there. Applause in the middle. 132. Applause. I think he's doing everything right here, Jeff. You know, his guard's nice and tight. He's keeping his jab nice and sharp, good head movement, and switching the shots up. That's easy to do at the start. Applause. Music. Applause. He's trying to get in quite tight. Jeff is moving in behind that big, swinging right hand, looking to try and rip the left of the body. What I like about Jeffers is he doesn't really make many mistakes. He keeps the hands nice and high. Lots of feints. Cuts the ring off nicely. He's trying to pressure Hewer, making a mistake. And then he comes in, and you know Heffield started pretty well too. They're both very switched on here. Not a lot in them first round. Applause. It's filling up all the time, this place. You can see. People coming out of the stairwells, out of the concourses, into the seats as the rounds will tick by in this chief support. I was gonna say, I think people want to get out and get back to their seats to watch this fight, because I think this fight's gonna catch fire at some point. You say 2 quality operators. As you can see in the first round, the level of thought processes that was going on. Jeffers, like I say, he's a real solid fighter. Doesn't make many mistakes, very patient. See him there, having a look, using the feints again, just cutting the ring off. He does block the jabs really well, but sometimes he reaches for it, which is a bit of a concern. Good solid right hand there from Hemphill, and again, just sitting down on that one. It was caught mainly on the glove by Jeffers, but you could see even with his back to us, a little bit of a just run through him. So Hemphill can punch. Applause. There's that right hand again. He's landed that 2 or 3 times in this round. Now, he just slings it lovely and loose and straight. Looks like there's a bit of a cut as well on the forehead of Jeffers. There is. You can see that there doesn't seem to be too much blood coming from it, but there's at least a scuff in there. There's that right hand again from Hemphill. That time it was different. And the third time he just managed to just slide it in around the back of the guard. He's having a good round here. Applause. He's found some good range in this 3 minutes. Applause, body, there we go. That's it. Applause. Cuts the ring off as well. Jeffers, good right hand into the body there from Jeffers and the uppercut again there. The referee saying that might have been a little bit low. Jeffers steps on Hemphill here trying to turn the screw a bit. Yeah, you hear the referee say keep them up and good hook there from Jeffers on the inside. Some good shot thrown by both fighters in this second round. 8 to go after this. This is going to develop into a really good fight. A grueling fight. I think there's a long right hand from Jeffers. Rode that one fairly effectively. He had a good finish to the round there. Jeffers, we suspected it's pretty evenly matched this. Yeah, it is. And I think Jeffers is trying to walk forward, hoping that Hemphill will overwork, throw shots, but he's staying calm. He's not really doing that. He's quite selective with his output. He's doing enough to be effective to win rounds, but he's not overworking. He's conserving. He's keeping plenty left in the tank. Jabs good. Good stab jabs in the body from Hemphill. He's nice and loose, isn't he? Sasher. He doesn't really load up. They both look for quite expansive uppercuts there. I don't think either one really landed. Hemphill straight into that one. 2 that he can just sling out there without taking much out of himself. Yeah. And he mixes it up. Sometimes it's the head. Sometimes it's the body. Sometimes it's bash. Sometimes it's hard. So Jeff doesn't really know what's coming. Right hand into the body that time. Looking to try and chop down with the right there and applause Hill. I think both boxers are using the scoop to the body very well. Applause working more effectively close up there, Jeff, as he just pushed off with the shoulder, found a little bit of room, landed the right hand. He's trying to stay on Hemphill here. Right hand into the body, but Hemphill fires back. Little tap with the right hand, then looks for the uppercut there. Hemphill and attempts the same thing with the left hand. Heading towards the final minute of round 3. Yeah, I think Jeffers is trying to make his physical strength be a factor here for him. I think he stayed at range with Hempfield for the first couple of rounds. I think now he's thinking, no, I'm going to take this fight to him. Applause. That kind of mid-range there. He's got the guard up there, Jeffers, but that's where he will like it. He's got good reach, nice long arms, and as we've been saying, he just lets those hands go. Just lets that 1-2 flow. And if he's at that middle range or more towards the outside, Jeff is just going to get hit with that. Whether it's clean or whether it's not, it's going to make him reset and start again. The first 2 rounds we seen Han Hill on the back foot, and he had his back to the ropes, not necessarily on the ropes. Great 2 shots there, but not we seeing him a bit more on the front foot coming forward and applause Jeffers with a right hand to the body. Then a nice pirouette from Hemphill, and he threw a left into the chest into round 4. Applause. Pass. Applause. Applause. You can hear the hump here corner saying you've got to be first. You've got to be first. Applause, right hand on the inside there from Jeffers. Applause working that lead at Penville. Even if he's not throwing it particularly strong, he's just using it broad head, just trying to keep Jeffers occupied. Let's go. When someone's throwing shots in your face, whether they're hitting or not, you've got to think about how you're going to avoid them. Good exchange of shots. He had a good left hook there from Hemphill. Jeff is just dipping his toes in and letting that right hand go. Right hand there from Hemphill. Both men landing. Solid shots. Applause. Good uppercut there from Jeffers. I think there was a bit of a channel of USA echoing around Oakwell. The Yorkshire fans know that Jeffers is a proud Lancaster. Nice applause shot, just swat left hand on the inside. Left hand from Jeffers. Off Hill, and he feels that he's made a dent here, Jeffers, I think. Because he looked to really step in, right hand into the body. Yeah, using the physical strength here to bully Hemp a little bit on the inside, just using his forearm, pushing him out, trying to find a gap there for that uppercut, little bit of blood coming from the end of the nose there of Hemphill, I think uppercut there. From Jefferson, he's made an impact here in the final stages of round 4. He's managed to get on top of his man. Applause continuing to come forward there behind that high guard. Sets his feet and lands that right hand again. The legs definitely did dip with Hemphill. I think it was a hook that landed. Good body shot there from Jeffers. And again, he's just pounding away to that midsection. This has been a big round for him. Applause. Music. Applause. Applause, skipping his knees, Jefferson, and throwing that right hand into the body. Applause. Trying to stay on Hemphill here. Tight guard. Hemphill trying to work the body himself, but immediately Jeffer is able to walk into quite close range. which is something that Hemphill's managed to prevent him from doing up until this point. He's thrown that lead left hand back 1, 2, and kept it just a little bit more on the outside. I think Jeffers fancies that he's a stronger man in there, that he hits the harder. So he's happy to make this a physical fight. Pushing together. See him there? You pushing him off, nudging him, trying to create a bit of room with the lead hand. Short right hand, chopping it over. When he works the body and finishes on the head, they're absolutely brilliant shots, and every single one of them land. Applause. Jeff is trying to get that head on the shoulder, turn it into that kind of fight Natasha was talking about. Left to the body there from Hemphill. I think Jeff has managed to drop the elbow on it and block it. Uppercut through the middle, got through, then the right hand did as well from Jeffers. He'll reply with a left. Yeah. He knows he can't just run as well. He's got to try and stand his ground here and fire back and get the respect of Jeffers. He's got to punch with him. Try and ride the shots that are coming at him and fire back with his own combinations. Made room for the right hand there. Jeffers just pushed off with that forearm and then sent the right hand through. The experience of Hemphill then turning him round with Jeffers just more action forward, throwing them body shots. He's really bringing the heat here. Jeffers, he's having to soak it up to the body a little bit. He with a left into the rib cage there, but Jeffers is happy to do it. Rounds off a 1-2 into the body, then goes for the uppercut. Doesn't want to be caught going square when he's going back to the ropes and rolling his head. Just sometimes. Stands a bit square and leaves himself a little bit open to help him. Applause. Closing stages of round 5. So almost at the halfway point here. Good combination there from Hemphill. He found that range, that 3-4 distance, and again he's finished the round well here. Jeffers wears another left hand as again he just continues to come. Applause. Music, applause forward. Halfway, Jeffers was looking like he might be starting to get on top, but Hemphill finished that 5th round really strong. And interestingly, in between rounds, after about 15-20 seconds sat down in the corner, he just pulled the towel up, got back to his feet, and he was ready to rumble well before the referee looked at the timekeeper to ring the bell for the start of the 6th. It's all to play for here. And there's your verdict at home. You've got Jeffers by a couple of points are drawn round and 1 to Hemphill. It's a pretty solid card, I think, but it could be tighter than that, could be have his nose in front even. I've got it. 2 rounds that are drawn and yeah. So yeah, Jeffy's up 1 towards the end of that previous round. He just has found that distance that he needs and just managed to just ping Jeffers with a good number of punches. Jeffers maybe just switched off slightly, which at this kind of level is all that needs to happen. Well, Hemphill certainly showing that he's happy to stand his ground in exchange. Applause. He's not looking to outfiddle Jeffers. He's happy to, more than happy to hold his feet. Applause. He does box better when he's moving, when he's got that little bit of space where he can move forward, attack like that, come applause back. It's the final minute of round 6 and Hemphill just looking to work the body there. What I think he's doing well here, he's mixing things up. He's giving Jeffers a different look. He'll stand and exchange, but he also get back and box and, mix the jab. Up head and body. That's good right hand from Jeffers. Stepped in and looked for that one. Hopefully he was trying to flip that jab up from the waist. Jeffers again goes for that right hand. Didn't land it that time. Into the final 30 seconds. Not a great deal clean or noteworthy has landed from either of these two in this round. It may still be up for grabs in these final few seconds. Applause. There is no applause. Applause. And it's close in terms of what way the fight's going from here as well, in terms of amen. There's not a lot in it. You wouldn't say that either guy's got a foothold on the fight yet. He just got caught. By that right hand, Jeffers, about 10-15 seconds ago. He was standing at that middle distance and there it comes again. Just reins in that right of Hemphill. And Jeffers, you get the feeling he's really going to have to do this the hard way. Yeah, he's getting caught with those right hands. He's not loading up, is he? But he's just putting them out there just fast and sharp. For every one big, solid, heavy shot that, Jefferson is trying to land, Hempill's just coming in with a straight 1-2 and going over the top. So every big, hard body shot that he's trying to land, he's just throwing 1-2 over the top and catching applause him. A minute into round 7 and there's a long way to go in this round yet, but he's winning this round at the moment. At Hemphill, with that loose, languid style that, as we've been saying, doesn't take that much out of him. And Jeffers, when he had success in the 4th, And the fifth mostly, particularly the fourth, he really got on top of his man. He brought that physicality. You can't just eat punches up on the way in. He's got to try and move his head mat. But I do feel like he's just going to have to really bite down and do this the hard way, the physical way. Yeah, up the pace. You know, he's got to get on him more close, that distance down. Don't give head the room. Or the Temples likes to set it up with a jab and chuck the right hand over to move to his right, and then as Jeffers tries to step across him, he nails him with the right hands. So yeah, I think Jeffers is going to have to kind of up the pace here and really take the fight to him. Some good body shots that landed there by Jeffers into the final minute of round 7. Jefferson with a right hand into the body, having started the round. Nice and sharp, nice and bright, just beginning to feel it a little bit now. And this is where Jeffers could possibly just get on him. Try and turn that score a bit. Good right hand there from Jeffers. They're looking for the uppercut. Applause. Left hand from Jeffers and straight in behind that guard point, sort of right there from heel, and he catches Jeffers with a combination. He's very good at that. Just when you think he might be about to walk slightly, find something. Good shot from Jeffers, but he's been caught. Great shot over the top. Left hand from Jeffers landed strong. The right hand there as well. Canfield trying to sink back into the ropes, and the final minute of that round, things got very, very lively. And it was like the end to that previous round. We saw the fifth, where he'd had a good round. He was finishing strong Jeffers, and then he got caught by those combinations right at the end, doing exactly the same kind of thing. So into the 8th. It's been a good watch this. Jeff has tried to land that jab into the body, then just gets a hold of Hemphill. Walks him back towards the ropes. Short right hand, feel like the last 2 or 3 rounds are just swinging into. Hemphill's like territory where he's getting a little bit comfortable, he's getting a little cozy with his shot, and I think Jeffers needs to switch it up a little bit to change it. Looks for the uppercut there a couple of times. Jeff is hope he'll do exactly the same thing. Applause. Well, you've got it absolutely level watching at home. 2 drawn rounds in. There. It's been that kind of a fight. There's not much in it at all. Applause. Jay is getting that head on the shoulder, trying to find a little bit of room and working those hands. Good uppercut there from Zappers. Managed to create the angle. For it, yeah, he's got to try and just nudge him up and get a bit of room. Far as short left hooks, body and head. Doesn't have to be a lot in it. Just got to create that route first though to get the gap. There needs to be more than one single shot as well. He's just coming with 2, and it makes him look like he's having more success. Good work to the body there from Jeffers, but he's still just letting those hands go. Hemphill goes up to the head, goes down to the body into the final minute of round 8. It was a good body shot that went in by Hemphill. Then combination from Jeffers, and then looks to try and get a hold of Hemphill and push him back into the ropes, but manages just to wriggle free. I think Jeff's got to mix up trying to create a bit of room, some hard singles, and then just kind of put a few quick flurries together and finish a combination with a hard shot. You know, the flurries will be eye-catching, and then you can finish the combination with a power shot. He'll catch the eye. Nice letter to the body there from Jeffers. Closing stages of round 8. Just needs to get some momentum back. Jeffers' applause leaps into a lead left hand and landed it for Hemphill again. When he hears that 10-second clapper, he lets those hands go. Jeff's trying to land that left, but Hemphill is good at that. Final few seconds and around the closing. Applause stages. He's corner. They're nice and calm. They feel that what they're doing is working. But again, they're away from home. They know it. They know that they need these last 2 rounds as well. Yeah. And he's guy telling him, no, you don't need the power shots. You just get him busy and fast and let the hands go, which is exactly what he's doing. He's just every time Jeffers comes in with a big solid shot, he's just going 1-2, 1-2 up a solid shots. They don't even look like the hair. But he looked like he's finishing off better. He got exactly what you were just describing as you were describing it. A 1-2 and then a left hook. And he's been able to do it all night because he does have that loose, fluid style where he's not tight. He doesn't try and muscle or force the punches in. He just lets them go, has found enough room for them. Crucially, Jeffers stepping in there with a good combination. Applause. Per trading left hooks, not sure which landed. Michael was right in my way. Right hand there from Jeffers. And another one. Yeah, that was a good right hand from Jeffers. He landed a couple of them. Good right hand over the top, and then he got caught with the uppercut. Yeah, Hemphill's good at kind of taking the right hand and then firing back with his arm right, applause, uppercut. Nice win again from Jeffers. He's taken those well. There was that one spell in the 4th round where it looked like Jeffers have made a little bit of a dent, but if he did, then he'll recovered from it well heading towards the final minute of round 9. And there's been a lot thrown, a lot landed in this fight. They've been busy, these two. It's been a physically demanding fight. That's it. Just a little bit more volume from Jeffers. Applause, left hand from Hemphill, but Jeffers is just staying. On Hemphill here, just trying to keep that gap nice and tight, but he finds room for the right uppercut by Hemphill. Jeffers with a right hook on the inside. I think both of them are tired here. They're both feeling the pace. Bit ragged now, both of them. It's the round still there to be taken. So you don't want to, last 20 seconds. You don't want to give it anything. Get caught with silly shots. Let's see what happens when the clapper goes. And Hemphill, in the last few rounds when he's heard that, has really got to work. Not quite so much this time. Jeffers just trying to step on him. Lets that right hand go, lets the left go as well. Finishes a round well there. So 1 round remaining, here. Michael Jennings was telling Jeffers all or nothing was the advice from Jose Goodman to Shan Hemphill. So we should be in for a cracking 3 minutes here. I think both corners realize how close it is, and it's not a point of getting through. The round, like you heard Denon say, you've got to win it. Yeah. And they've got to really go for it. But at the same time, don't get reckless and get leaky with their own defenses. Is the body. They've got to stay switched on, sharp defensively, but at the same time really put the pressure on and let the hands go. That's some good work from Hemphill a few seconds ago. He just caught Jefferson mid-range, rocked him back on his heels, found some good clean applause punches. It's one of these fights that, from where I've been seeing, has been close all the way through. No one at any point has ever really pulled applause away. Come on. Applause. Temple again just able to let those hands go. Left hand landed there, and he turns around that front foot left on the inside. Both men tired here. This is where it's so important to keep your composure, keep your shape, don't get ragged. Having the better of this closing round so far, halfway through it, Jefferson is just coming a little bit square every time turns around. Applause. Michael Jennings just screaming at Jeffers. They're asking him who wants it more. That's how they're trying to drag this out of Jeffers. Right hand on the inside from Hemphill. Jeffers head down just gets close, lets his hands go. But Hemphill with those long loose limbs just bounces a few off his head there into the final minute. Right hand there from Hemphill. Jeffers trying to stay on him for he again just finding the target. Jeffers connects with a right hand, looks to wind up for that left hook, but it's Hemerick who is scoring the majority of the clean shots in this final round. Deesh is just coming a little bit wide, getting a little bit reckless, just trying to land that shot. That hair, I think he was just that little bit loose, so he's able to put those shots together better. He looks like he's punched himself out a little bit. He's given it absolutely everything in his final round. Jeff as a corner demanded. An uppercut. Lands there. Hemphill. Applause has responded well. Last 10 seconds. Left hand there from Hemphill. Jeff sets his feet and tries to let them go, and these two will stand and swing right up until the very end. The bell goes, raises that right glove in the air. The corner like it. Jeffers with a more muted celebration. And the way he finished the fight there, Penfield, in that 10th round, you feel like he has probably done enough. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 full championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge Salvador Salva sees the contest 95-95, Judge Howard Foster, season 96-94, and Judge Michael Moxa, season 97-93, declaring your winner by majority decision. And now, the WBA Continental Gold Super Middleweight Champion, Silky Shaw Hemphill. And that is a huge win on the road for Shaw Hemphill. The draw with Salvador Salva, 73 with Michael Maxute, 64 with Howard Foster. And the tears are starting to come there from Chelsea Hayes. He boxed a really good fight. It was a grare. It was tough on both of them. Jeffers gave absolutely everything, but I don't think he'll have any complaints with the result there. Penfield said all week that he was going to upset the party here, and he's done exactly that, and all credit to him. Shawn Hemphill, congratulations. Dreams do come true on the road, away from home. You even had a few Team USA chants going up from the Yorkshire fans. Congratulations. Put that into words for us. Yeah, this was an amazing experience. I want to thank the UK for the opportunity. I want to thank y'all for making me feel at home. I love it. I would love to come back and fight here. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Do you think that you proved to the world what you're all about tonight? And you said it's a pretty big platform and a good shot window for me. Yeah, Mark Jeffers is a dog, and I had to bring my dog out. I think my dog was a little bigger tonight, but kudos to him, man. He's a warrior for sure. Great pictures to do that in front of your family and your baby. 11 months and 2 days. Legacy, baby. It's the legacy. Congratulations and safe. Journey home, I'm sure it'll be a very, very smooth one. New Orleans, stand up. I love y'all. Shout out to Times Square Boxing, Jose Guzman, man. And I love you, Bay Chelsea. Hayes. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Well done, Sky Sports. Music and applause. Music and applause.